What is up, ladies and gents? Noli here. Welcome to another Payday video. I'd like to start things off by wishing everybody listening a happy Halloween. Now, of course, it being the 31st of October, I think it's time for us to pick up some of the last Halloween-themed Payday achievements from this year. Let's start things off with my personal favourite, the Trick or Treat achievement. Now, in order to unlock this, all you have to do, I say all because it's not easy by any stretch of the imagination, is in the lab rat's job, you have to complete the Cloacker event on Overkill or above. Now, I'm going to start things off by recommending you pick this up on Overkill and you do it in a group. It's not easy. I proved that you can do it with a group of randoms on Overkill, but I wouldn't stretch it to Deathwish. If you're doing it on Deathwish, make sure you're with a good group of players, preferably friends. You're all talking, communicating, and able to keep each other alive, because this heist is no joke, and the event is even harder. So before you can get on with the event, there's a couple of things that you have to get out the way. You'll see it going on right now. You've got to cook the meth. Now, we do this in about 3-4 minutes. You can do it very quickly as long as you're very efficient. Instead of just moving the correct bag to the correct place, try and move all the bags to where they need to go before Bane even calls for it. Once you've cooked, it's time to break up the meth and chuck it away. The mission is now absolutely completable, and the Cloacker event is, to an extent, unlocked. Now, there's been a lot of confusion as to what exactly it is that sets off the Cloacker event. There are a couple of variables that I have noticed, some of which just don't make much difference. Two things that I'm going to recommend though, first and foremost, one because I just do it every time, and the other one because it's going to really help you escape. First, call in the pilot. Once you've done the wave, you're going to be in a bad spot, I imagine. It's not easy, and you're going to be getting a load of loot out of the safe. So you're going to want to move it as quickly as possible and escape. So call that pilot in beforehand. Don't know whether it's a required step, but would recommend doing it anyway. The second thing I do is start cooking the second batch of meth. I found this once triggered it, but I just think it was a coincidence. Ever since that happened, I've done it every single time. So you guys may as well do the same thing. It's not really out of your way. Guys, once you've done that though, the Cloacker event is seemingly open to you. Now, in order to set off the Cloacker event, at least one player needs to be by the Titan safe. You'll find the Titan safe around the center of the map. It's pretty noticeable. It's got 2 minutes on the clock. It used to be I thought that it was that you needed your entire team to be waiting there, but as you can see from this video, one guy jumps down around about when the event has already kicked off. People have debated when it is the Cloacker event goes off. Is it random? It's always happened for me at this exact same time, as soon as the assault wave ends. So you just have to hold off one additional assault wave, and the Cloacker event should kick off. Now, what the Cloacker event essentially is a massive wave of enemies sent at you at once, and it's not easy to hold off. You're going to need a well-equipped team and make sure that everyone sets up around the safe. Once the Cloacker pops up, you'll know what's going on. A massive flash will go off, and you'll see a massive green guy with a deep voice. You guys all need to join and enter into the circle surrounding the safe. As soon as you're in there, the time will start ticking. But as soon as you're in there, you cannot leave. If you do, the event will be ended. You guys can still escape. The mission won't be failed by any stretch of the imagination. But do be careful, because once one person steps out, it's over for everybody. The time will stop counting, and as far as I have been able to tell, it doesn't start again, and the Cloacker event will be ended for that heist. Now, the key to surviving within the Cloacker event is to make sure you are well equipped with ammo, firepower, and health. Make sure if people are getting down, there's someone with Inspire to keep you back up. There's got to be a main slayer, someone who's willing to go down but to keep the enemies at bay, because there are 3 enemies that can cause a problem. Bulldozers, as you'd expect, probably the least of your worries. Tasers are really going to throw you off because they're going to disrupt you from doing what you want to do and keeping your teammates alive. And Cloakers, because they are the most disruptive. They might take out your Inspire guys, and you guys are screwed. So those are the enemies you need to keep an eye out for. You need one guy who's well equipped to take them out, at least one guy, and the rest need to be ready to revive him any second. There are a few skills that are going to really help you out with that, and I'm going to talk about those at the end of the video. So let's just keep watching the gameplay and see what happens. Now, as it happens, it doesn't matter if just one guy survives through, whether the rest of you are all in custody, as long as you guys hold on until that timer ticks down before you all go down. As it happens, we all go down at the end of the Cloacker event, but the achievement will still pop. You won't be able to reap the rewards from all the loot that flies out the Titan safe, which is pretty cool, but you will, of course, get the mask and the achievement with it. One final thing to note though, guys, if you do want the loot, make sure you keep an eye on the Cloacker once you've opened the safe, because he will do one final killing spin kick that can knock everybody down. I hear you can jump out the way, and by that point you can just vacate the area because the safe is already open. Anyway guys, that is the bare bones tutorial of how to pick up this achievement. It's not so much a technically difficult achievement, it all makes sense if you follow these stages. It's mechanically difficult. You need to make sure you're well equipped for it and ready to do it. It can be very frustrating, and the most irritating thing is that you have to cook each time beforehand before you get another go at the Cloacker event. But guys, persevere at it, you'll get it one time. Sometimes you just need a little bit of luck on your side as well, as we got, to be honest, in this mission. Now, I'm going to finish things off by talking about the recommended skills I would use. First and foremost, Bulletstorm was excellent. It gave me 30 seconds of free firing with the minigun. Similar idea with Swan Song. Free firing without using your ammo. So easy to take out cloakers, tasers, and bulldozers. Those primary enemies that are going to cause you big trouble. And ammo is going to be an issue up on that safe because you can't easily resupply. You can't jump down to get ammo from corpses. So those skills are two of the main ones that I will mention. Inspire is always a staple. And finally, the weapon of choice, I recommend someone brings a minigun. It's perfect for taking out those Titan dozers without their heads because the DPS is so damn high. The minigun is such a good weapon, not only for this heist, but also for this event. And if you guys want my build on it, the crit minigun build will be found in the description below. One of the best ways to run it if you ask me, and it's what you'll see me use to unlock the achievement right here. Guys, enjoy your mask. The Satan mask looks pretty cool and it's certainly worth a customize if you guys are interested. That's how you unlock the Trick or Treat achievement. I hope you're enjoying your Halloweens, guys, and I'll see you later on as we delve into Death Wish Lab Rats.